Hey guys, I am doing this LGBTQ challenge. It's a 30-day challenge, and this is day two. The question is, did you have any experiences as a child that may have foreshadowed your sexuality? I had several, actually. um, if you watched my first video, I already talked about Susie. If you didn't, I'll catch you up. I'll give you kind of a Spark Notes version of it. When I was 5 in kindergarten, I had this little girlfriend named Susie, and we used to hold hands and such during recess, and it was all cute. So that was definitely a giant red flag as far as me liking girls goes. Um, I think another huge kind of thing, well, I don't know if it has to do with my sexuality, but it definitely has to do with my gender identity. I grew up, um, I have an older cousin named Ruben, and we're double cousins, which is a really weird concept. I might have to draw you a diagram to explain it, but basically, he's kind of like my brother because my mom and his mom are blood sisters, and my dad and his dad are blood brothers. So basically, two sisters married two brothers and had kids who all look eerily alike, and we all have the same last name. So I basically refer to him as my brother. So we'll just call him my brother now to make things easier for you. So I grew up with this older brother named Ruben. He's 2 years older than me, and everybody else in our family is girls. Like, he is one of the only boys that we have in our family as far as the kids go. Um, and I was always like the little tomboy. So when he wanted to go outside and play baseball or something, none of our cousins or his sister would go play with him. I was the only one that would go do it. So I spent several summers outside in the backyard with Ruben, playing baseball, playing football, getting tackled really badly. I have this huge scar on my elbow. You can't see it, one, because I'm still wearing my sweater, but I'm not going to bother taking it off because I know that you can't see it anymore because I was a kid when it happened. But I remember he tossed the football to me, and he was trying to teach me how to, like, not be afraid of throwing myself on the ground to catch the ball or something. So I threw myself to catch the football, but I landed on a fucking rock and I gashed my elbow open. But I was really proud of that fucking gash. It was a battle scar for me, but, you know, I grew up playing, with all the boys and having a bunch of boyfriends. And I don't know, I mean, I've always liked girls, and when I was 6, my parents got divorced. Actually, when I was 5, and they sent me to a therapist when I was 6 years old to make sure that I wasn't going to be scarred for life by this, huge change in my environment at home. And the therapist apparently told my mom that I was gay, and I was only 6. Um, she said that she would also ask me to draw myself sometimes, and that I would only draw boys. That's how I saw myself, and I was only 6. So I don't know. I mean, I think the whole Susie thing was a big red flag. I don't know. I mean, I always liked girls, but I didn't really talk about it. I just, especially after I moved away from Susie, it became more apparent to me that it wasn't, not normal, but it wasn't the norm for the 90s, really. I mean, being in elementary school, there weren't that many girls talking about liking other girls, so I just kept to myself. I grew up having some boyfriends. It's funny because my most substantial boyfriend to date, I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he'd be okay with that, but I love him to death. And I was in love with him. I don't care if we were like 12. I loved him so much, and I still do. But it's just funny to me think about he's gay too. So now he gives me, we talk about my girlfriends and his boyfriends, and it's just, that's another kind of huge thing. The only boy that I've been able to get to a really huge point with, or have a really good bond with, has been gay. So, that being said, I haven't really had that many bonds with girls either. I'm kind of getting off topic, but I don't care. I don't think you do either, if you're still watching. I've only ever had 2 girlfriends. Only one who really, was a substantial one. So, I don't know. I don't think there were that many red flags, but definitely Susie was a huge one. And the whole thing with me only hanging out with boys. I mean, maybe they thought I was like a little slut, and that's why I was always hanging out with boys. I don't know. I have major bedhead. I woke up with my hair looking like an armpit, so I'm sorry I keep fussing with it. But yeah, so that's my video. Hope you enjoyed that. 5 minutes of rambling.